Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Deck into Bloodnet. Ransom now finds himself in the inner sanctum of the Hellfire Club, one of the most exclusive clubs that you can go to in New York. The who's who of the movers and shakers of the New York high society is member of this club, and even more exclusive is the inner sanctum, which is what you see right here. Yeah, I mean, there's some kind of altar here and some tables with not a blood drink or cup filled with blood laying about. And Ransom came here maybe just to investigate a bit more about the Star Chamber, because Aben Helsing, the guy who started it all, beat Ransom, is apparently a big deal here as well. I mean, this inner sanctum is filled with U.S. senators, mayor, New York mayor, I don't know who it is. Yeah, all these really big wigs or big shots. Now Ransom just can't wait to talk to and see what's up, and maybe able to get some of these blood drinks so that he can at least keep his bloodlust down. I think his bloodlust is at a dangerous level. 72, I believe, yeah, 72%. And I don't know whether it actually negatively affects his skills, but generally I believe that maybe it did depreciate somewhat. Yeah, I mean, all these different skills that I have to keep track of. I heard from somewhere in the internet that some of these skills are not really used at all. It's just there for, I don't know, it's like an appendix or something. Although appendix has been discovered medically to be very useful for your health, so I mean, anyways, I made the wrong comparison there. So this is the blood vial, as you can see, bottle of blood. So full glass bottle with red crust by its top. So someone's drinking it. That doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as you drink it and put it in your stomach, I guess probably digest it. Maybe the plasma gets through your veins or something, and then satiate your. Maybe it's placebo effect. If you just drink a Kool-Aid that has like blood flavor or something, or even different animals' blood, then the bloodlust can be satiated. It doesn't have to be human blood. Make things a lot more easier, but I don't know. Wow, yeah, remember this noise? I don't know what this is. I just can't seem to figure out how to fix this. So I guess I just try to turn the sound off, because if I turn the sound off, I don't get to experience this really horrible noise that I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's the effect of the bloodlust rising. I don't know. And oh, interestingly enough, Ransom's humanity is 99%, and then the bar progresses left to right instead of right to left. Yeah, so as it progressively gets lower, it's going to turn it orange and possibly in the end red. Okay, so let's try to maybe get this blood. Maybe if you can drink it, maybe they don't mind. Because this game definitely tracks whether you've stolen items or took items from the screen or from the ground too. As you could have seen my little tip with the museum guard on Met, I picked something called sarcophagus. It seems pretty small for a sarcophagus, but yeah, the guard just immediately noticed that I stolen the item or picked up the item and initiated a battle, so yeah, I had to be careful. Finds nothing. Alright, well, let's try to get this then. Can I get more? Alright, well, I don't think they mind if I get to them. Maybe they're all drunk. Anywho, let's talk to Tatinana Eversole. Outlandish dress, but with a striking elegance and beauty that can be attained only with great sums of money. Okay, so we see a lot of implant on her face, perhaps.
Welcome, darling. I see you've already tasted the refreshments. It is an acquired taste, but quite pleasurable, don't you think?
Yeah, so she knows that I already took a blood bottle.
In a lascivious, almost vulgar sort of way. But Bertrand does bring an elegance to everything the group does, don't you think? I just find him so terribly sexy. And it's not just the money either. Bertrand just really has it, you know? He just gives the group such an element of style. The Sanctum is simply unlike anything else in New York. I mean, until I inherited my membership, the farthest I'd ever gone is masquerade parties. Now Bertrand has taken me to the very edge. I just adore the man. And then there's you. Who did your look?
So she's
I love it.
very interested in how
You
person
probably
looks.
don't know the guy.
Obviously has taken
Your
an interest
skin
in Ransom.
looks so genuinely pallid.
Yep, she feels
the
the vampire aura about him.
Teeth. You really have the look down. It's so over the top. I'm
Over the
sure
top? I mean,
Bertrand
he's just wearing a
just
trench
loves
coat.
it. Well, I must dash, darling. Enjoy the festivities.
I guess that's it. Alright, so who's this guy? Oh, yeah, obviously I can choose between the two. Let's talk to Bertrand. Alright. Bewitching, so he must be a vampire. Let's talk to this guy, Bertrand.
Vampire?
Yep,
A
I think he's a
vampire come to
vampire, as
hellfire?
you can see from his...
I
don't know, maybe he's pretty pale. Everybody knows that Ransom is vampire.
Not me, Jackson.
I
Do
wonder
you
why he
serve
calls
him
this guy Jackson. Maybe he looks like
He
Andrew
doesn't
Jackson or
pay,
something.
and I don't work for free. I hate cheap rich guys.
So, you are a lone stalker, and you have an ostentatious enemy. Do not try to deceive me. I can compel you to tell the truth. Not even your creator would be able to withstand my demands.
The truth is, I'm in a room full of blood-drinking lunatics, and why should I care what your demands are?
Because if you oppose this mad vampire, perhaps we can help one another. I am Bertrand Hugo,
Okay,
and I have lived
Bertrand.
in this city since June 14th,
And he has lived for a
1801.
long time.
Not since the autumn of 1836 has anyone suspected that a vampire stalks Manhattan streets. That was the year I founded the Manhattan Hellfire Club, as a front.
Oh, okay,
to
so that's
mask
when the
whatever
Hellfire
exit
Club
privilege
was
someone might observe
established.
in me.
I wonder if it's the real thing.
As you can see, I occasionally hide in plain view by inspiring vampire masquerades such as this. My point is that I have fed on New Yorkers since the city was a few square miles of three-story buildings, and I have rarely alerted the populace to my presence. This profligate you speak of has created dozens of offspring who terrorize the night. In a city of 20 million, he has actually created a vampire plague. His lack of restraint endangers all our kind.
Then join me in destroying him.
He doesn't need my help to die. I seek only to protect myself. The public panics and the streets are becoming unsafe for our kind. But there are other ways to satisfy the bloodlust. I have learned from one of our members who is a surgeon that the nanotechnology lab at TransTech has devised a nanomachine assembler that
Oh, nanomachine
synthesizes human
assembler.
blood
That'd be
cells.
pretty nice.
These machines could allow us to feed without killing. enabling
Interesting.
us to
Yeah, so
remain
technology
in
might
hiding
help all the
until
vampires, not only
vampires
Ransom,
escape.
in order to resist
I've
and
arranged
to
for
try to,
surgeons to
become
inject
a productive
nanomachines
citizen
into my bloodstream.
instead of overcome by
I
bloodlust.
told him I suffered from a rare anemia. My ghostly color easily convinced him this was so. All I need now are the nanotechs themselves. I offer you a deal. Obtain for me the blood-synthesizing nanotechnology. I'll share it with you, and together we can wait out the storm. Every evening I will be in the parlor located through the far right door in the entrance hall. When you have the nanomachines, bring them there, and we will seal our deal. In blood.
Alright, so he's more of a classic hide in the shadows vampire who knows his role and his place in the history and remains on the edge, not trying to go out and create this mess, alerting the entire world to the threat of vampirism. And he has done pretty well for himself, found his role and his niche, and he's definitely used it well. But now this guy, Van Helsing, just going crazy, trying to take over the world with sea space and whatnot, making him a bit antsy. So he offers us a deal that I personally find it pretty attractive, because I don't have to rely on the violence or combat. Maybe this is like a ultimate fetch quest that I'm going to be on if I agree to this guy's demands, but Yeah, this seems a pretty nice way of averting that bloodlust time limit. And you know, there's no way for me to agree or disagree with him. And he's disappeared. Okay, so he disappeared with his apparently wife or partner, perhaps a vampire.
You look drawn and quartered, lover.
Linda Blau.
Maybe like I once was. Still crying big tears for your humanity? Even though it's worth less than a box of burnt-out circuits? Fates worse than undeath promise themselves for you, but not here in Hellfire.
Alright.
And you know what vampires fear?
I live their fear, beautiful. I sacrificed my soul for love. When my lover, Ji Sang, the man
Okay, so
standing
yeah,
over
there is a
became
character called Ji
vampire.
Sang in the
I
room.
had to choose. Should I join him in undeath or lose him forever? I tried to share it with him. I even weaved empath chains into the dermal filament of a senstim suit so I could live what he felt.
Wow, so
Only
she's
one
really
way
devoted
could I
to
share his
this
fate
Mr.
with
Sang
him.
guy.
I had to have his teeth at my throat,
My goodness.
his lips.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
warm
it gives a
on
whole
my
new
neck,
meaning to Unholy
and
that
then my
it was
blood
part.
there.
They'd be
And he
forever
howled and
become
kicked as he
together.
did it, and I screamed more from fear than pain.
You let yourself be taken? But you said you feared it.
But now I hunt the night with Ji Sang.
Okay, so
And
stalking
I
the
don't
night.
fear it.
I don't know why she's
because
here instead
I
of
can
on the
reverse
street.
its effects. I can recapture my mortality, or at least begin to, with this. I purchased it from a bent old woman in Chinatown, right
Chinatown.
before I drained her empty. She said that the other half had been purchased by a man named White Gibbon. It can cure us. I don't understand it much, but Ji Sang pretends to. He can tell you the why. Here, you can keep it. I already know its secrets.
Oh, half amulet. Okay. I guess if you have the full amulet, then it's supposed to cure vampirism. Alright, so another name, perhaps the important one, called White Gibbon. He is supposed to have the all cure for the vampirism. Yeah, for vampires here, they're either trying to... yeah, all of these guys in the Hellfire Club Inner Sanctum is trying to deal with vampirism in different ways. One wants to use technology, the other one wants to use some kind of a magic, what do you call it, occult stuff. Right, so let's check out this guy, Alexander Tennant. Mild-mannered gentleman, well-dressed. Okay.
You are new to our coterie, are you not? Yet you look as though you might drink blood as lustfully as any of the undead. Join us, my undead brother. You have found a home here among your kind.
Seems to be free of... I mean, vampires... Yeah, I don't know why, but they don't really seem to have any implant. So he is a full-blown vampire. Yeah, so Inner Sanctum is full of vampire. Without question. Ji Sang, a hardy-looking man, seems to be enjoying himself with gusto. Okay.
I spoke to Linda. She gave me this fragment of an amulet. Said you knew something about it. She says it cures vampirism.
Between you and me, friend, Linda would know an occult amulet if it grafted itself permanently to her skin.
Oh, okay, so it's just a placebo thing.
Vampirism, she was less than willing. So my little story about the amulet calmed her fears.
You're saying this doesn't have supernatural powers.
I'm saying I don't know much about it. I bought it from a young man with a taste for the occult. I tell you, I paid enough for it. It had better do something. But enough of this. The hours stretch out before us. Let us take to the streets to hunt and feed.
Okay, so he definitely looks hardy. Alright. Topher Winslow, so this is the last person. And this guy is not really a good way. He's definitely feeling some kind of withdrawal related to vampirism, or maybe he's just not up to drinking blood or something and just trying to resist the effect that vampirism is taking over his body. Let's talk to him.
Hey!
Okay, implant.
Why are you looking at me like that? What's your problem? Listen, I've been here for 3 straight days, and I sure don't need some guy coming in off the street and giving me a hard time. Who do you think you are looking at me like that?
Hey, ease up already.
Listen, don't tell me what to do. I'll tell you what I need to do. To go the distance, I'm gonna need a breath of fresh air, if you know what I mean.
Breathers?
Yeah. You're not as dumb as you look. Have any on you?
Do I have a breather? I don't think I have any breathers.
What do I look like, some street dealer?
The breather is
Besides,
supposed
you
to
look
be
like
one of
you've
the
been
drugs.
through the ringer.
Yeah.
Maybe you should lay off it for a while.
Hey, I don't need the temperance lecture. Get me the breathers. What do you want for a dose?
For a sharp guy like yourself, $200.
I
Bring
wonder
them.
why he reversed
I'll be
to some
waiting.
New York accent. I think he was being sarcastic. $200. Okay, so I guess it's rather easy pickings. Alright, so moment of truth. I think Ransom is had enough and is ready to drink some of that bottle of blood. I wonder his party members would mind. Where is that blood vial? Electrode. Oh, here you go. Yeah, okay. Let's examine it. Yes, use it. Satiated. Oh, okay, that's cool. So now he's free to roam. 0%. Wow, cool. Alright, let's take this then. I'm sorry. Okay. No, I cannot seem to get it in. Oh, okay, finally. I was worried there for a second. So this is it? Yeah? Okay, let's turn the sound and see if I can play the dialogue. Oh, okay, okay, so my bloodlust went down to 0 and the noise has disappeared. That's a really interesting feature, that crazy just noise blaring because your bloodlust is going up, and maybe just a reminder. Maybe it was supposed to be something else. Maybe it was more pleasant noise or ominous tone that plays like, you know, that Jaws music, right, when the shark approaches. But it kind of got corrupted, and instead of the sound music or something, you have a crazy noise. Well, anyways, I hope the dialogue replay feature does not increase it or contribute to the bloodlust. Okay, so that was Inner Sanctum, folks. Synthetic mortar and stone. Ah, okay. Supposed to be a converted theater stage or something. Well, yeah, so Inner Sanctum was... I mean, I thought that I would have to fight these people for blood, but it didn't happen. I guess that's for the better. Yeah, so... I wonder, I mean, one objective accomplished. Ransom was able to keep his bloodlust down. So that's good. Yeah, it's all empty now. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Let's now get out here. And try to explore the other parts of the club. Okay, so this is another exit. Alright, so we are back to the opening. And just checking out different rooms. Okay, cool. Another parlor. Have an intimate gathering. Oh, okay, so it's more intimate. Alliances are happening right here. Interesting. You can blase look. Frank Donaldson. Yeah, okay, enjoying himself. Maybe you can ask him a couple of questions. Oh, McAllister. Older man. Half his age. Okay. Courtney. Oh, courtesan. or what do you call it? Escort. Blank look at the doll with it. I wonder how she would sound like. Okay. Alright, let's try the search. Finds nothing, sure.
Welcome to the party. Nothing like a group of dried-out old men to really make a party, wouldn't you say?
This place really thrills you, does it?
Down to the tips of my toes. But hey, it's the Hellfire Club, like nowhere else in New York.
Oh, really?
Well, people would give their eye teeth for the right to stand
I wonder
in
what
line.
eye teeth is.
But this place isn't for everybody. You're looking at the cream of the crop.
Cream
This
of the crop.
exclusive little get-together next to us consists of some TransTech mogul and one of his lackeys.
So they're all
Sharing, shall we
TransTech
say,
guys.
This year's Miss Congeniality winner.
Why are you even here then?
Hey, a member of the Hellfire Club is a member for life. That is to say, as long as they want to live. Know what I mean?
Oh, really? Okay, so I guess if you wanna get out of the club, then you have to pay it with your life. Perhaps because of, possibility of the secret, including the inner sanctum, getting out into the public. That's gonna cause a lot of problem. Okay. Alright, Donaldson, what's your story?
Wipe that smirk off your face. You've been talking to my wife, haven't you?
Ah, why?
That shrew.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
the
whatever she
woman
tells you,
who wanted
she's
a pistol.
Crazy and
Yeah, Frank.
paranoid.
That was his name.
I can't even break away from her for an evening. Wait, have you even talked to the woman? Helen Donaldson. Scary woman. Probably drinking like a fish. Shifty eyes. Met her?
Yeah, I met her.
So she has gotten to you. Listen, whatever she told you, I'll pay you to keep your mouth shut. I've only got $1,000 in my pocket. Take it to just ignore whatever she asked of you. God only knows what she wants. Besides, you look like you could use the money.
Huh, this gives you $1,000 to keep my mouth shut without even giving me the chance after asking about whether I met his wife. And apparently, yeah, I have to make the choice whether to betray. I don't know, maybe if I talk to him again, I can probably throw the 1,000 back virtual bucks, wire it back to him or something. Maybe I just keep the $1,000. Although, I think the woman, his wife, was offering a bit more money, I think around $3,500 for the pistol. But I don't have the pistol anyways. Speaking of pistol, I should pay a visit to Sid and Nancy's or any emporium that deals arms. Let's talk to Walter here.
I have done nothing wrong. There is nothing to see here. Get out.
Seems like more than a meeting from what Frank here tells me.
Then that is Frank's own foolishness. If he wishes to behave in an inappropriate manner, I cannot condone it. I don't even know the man that well, really. There's nothing to see here. Why don't you just leave?
Okay, so he just brushes us off. Alright, let's talk to... Well, I mean, maybe he's gonna get angry if I talk to this Miss Congeniality here, but I don't think she's gonna say much.
Walter told me you were a problem. I don't think it's such a good idea for you to be here. You seem nice. Why don't you go out to the main room before you make trouble?
Yeah. So, should I talk to this guy once again? Try to bother him once more? Just one more time.
I thought I asked you to leave.
Alright, we heard you loud and clear, sir. So I think he's gonna call a sentry if I bother him too much. Well, I mean, there's no sentry here, but yeah, I guess I show myself out. Yeah, my bloodlust went up after being rejected or being accosted by Walter here. Damn you, Walter. Of course, Lash has to search for everything. Alright, I show myself out. Have a nice time. Alright, so... we haven't talked to the waiter, didn't I? Alright, another room. polished marble of the climate control parlor. Same as every other parlor that I already visited. Sweet smell of exotic plant. Limitless wealth. Okay. Brack Picaro. Old man unnerves you, perhaps another vampire. Handsome man. And Larissa. An obviously troubled woman in Hellfire Club. I wonder what her story is. Okay. Yeah, Bloodlust rising. Gotta be careful before the noise comes back. That's going to be very, very bad. Let's talk to Larissa.
Not now, okay? I don't need another man making me want to kill myself. I've got 2 of them already.
Okay.
That would be these
sorry
two.
About that.
If they're bothering you, I can...
Don't be stupid. Either one of them could snap your neck before you could draw a weapon.
Wow. Really?
Besides, they aren't bothering me. I'm the problem. We're a little family, Brock, Griff, and I'm ripping us apart because I'm crazy. Because I get these violent depressions and exhilarating highs. They both blame each other for my sickness. They're both so foul-tempered they will kill one another, I'm certain.
Brock is your father?
No, of course not, dear. He's my lover.
Mother or lover?
We met 2 years ago at an orbital casino. He is so experienced and passionate. He's so carefully monitored his nutrition and drug intake, and has the money to pay for any transplant, implant, what have you, that he's much more vital than most men his age. About 18 months ago, Brock and I met Griff at a Cayman Islands casino. He was hustling cards and doing it badly. Brock won over $50,000 from him that night, and then invited him back to our suite for an after-midnight dinner. Brock noticed that Griff and I were attracted to one another, and to my surprise wasn't angry. He actually encouraged us to follow through on it. The 3 of us have been together ever since. Like I said, family.
But now something's wrong.
Now they both blame each other for my madness. Brock blames Griff's Eros wares, and Griff blames the drugs that Brock favors.
Yeah, they are kind of far end of the...
I just want it to stop.
Yeah, no wonder she went crazy.
I just want to be sane again and have things with Brock and Griff be the way they were. I wish there was something someone could do.
Well, have you tried to become vampire, Larissa? Between drugs and sex, third man in Larissa's life is not going to help her at all. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Griff.
You are new here, no?
Brack.
A guest? Hellfire Club pay you to ask questions?
Mr. Clean?
Relax, friend. I'm only making small talk. I have too many of my own problems to worry myself over you. Do you see that woman over there? That lovely woman?
Or you talk to her?
Yeah, she's cute, but so are a lot of women. Why should I care?
Ah, I see you are a hard one, my friend.
Already?
She's been my lover for over 2 years.
Their stories
I
check
met her
out.
during a weekend on the Orbital Resort Casino. I fell in love with her immediately, and I believe she did with me. We've been quite happy. That young man over there entered our lives almost 1 year ago. Larissa and I were gambling in the Cayman Islands. Griff thought he knew something about cards, but I easily broke him. I did, however, take an interest in him, and invited him to dine with me that night. He took an interest in Larissa, and she in him. I did not oppose this since I thought she might enjoy a younger man's company. He's been with us ever since, an arrangement not without its complications, but rich in its rewards.
But now you got a problem.
Yes, I have a problem. He is driving her mad. He insists on employing Eros bodysuits and other computer-aided hardware to assist him in making love, as though machines had any place in what transpires between a man and a woman. Larissa has psych implants to help control a mild depressive condition. These Eros products affect the same areas of the brain as her implants,
Interesting.
and are creating catastrophic side effects. Her mood swings have become violent. Some days she's so low she cannot leave the bed, and she weeps to exhaustion. Other days her energy is nearly psychotic. If she is not soon cured, our lives together are ended.
Wow, a lot
if
of problems.
If you could deliver to her the means to her
why don't you
cure,
send her to hospital?
and tell her that it is from me, then she would owe her happiness to me, and I could dismiss Griff from our arrangement without angering Larissa. I've known a lot of women in my life, but Larissa is different.
It's only different because he apparently is in danger of losing her.
Well, we are here most evenings. If you find something or some combination of things that will cure her, place it on the table near her and explain that it is from Brock.
So this guy wants Ransom to, I don't know, obtain some kind of cure and say that it's from original beau, and he's going to be able to use that as a leverage to dismiss this intruder he has invited into their lives. I mean, he took all the drugs and modified everything about his body to keep himself young, and it kind of indirectly has something to do with his physical prowess. Just that Griff is taking a more direct approach. Okay, so he's gonna stay here in the parlor. Oh, yeah, so to place it near her. So there's that mechanics going on. Alright, so what is the cure for her problem? Some kind of an implant similar to what Sanders was suffering from, like Reese Hopkins syndrome. Griff. Yeah, he's a bit of a jock type.
Interested in a few hands of blackjack?
I don't take risks with cards.
Oh, pretty smart, Ransom.
Just as well. My luck's been miserable. I'd probably lose. That woman by the table, I love her. And she loves me. Would love only me if not for that rotten old bastard on the other side of the room.
She's a looker, all right. What does the old guy have to do with anything?
He's destroying her. Day by day, he slowly kills her with his poisons. But I'm not going to stand for it any longer. Let me explain. I met them almost a year ago at a casino on the Cayman Islands. I was making my living as a gambler and was in a run of bad luck when I played against Brack. When we finished playing, I owed him a fortune. For some reason, he invited me to his suite for a late dinner. That's where I met Larissa. That's where we fell in love. Incredible as it seems, the old guy actually asked me to travel with them. He didn't seem to care that Larissa split her nights between the two of us. I know this is strange, but the arrangement worked very well. Until recently.
Trouble in paradise?
The old rogue is driving her mad with drugs. You can't tell by looking at him, but he's 84 years old. Yes.
84 years old? My goodness, I thought he was only 75.
Pills, gigavitamins, and dermal patches to monitor everything from his blood oxygen content to his rate of dendrite formation. All to keep him as vigorous as a man 40 years his junior.
He's going to live until like 200 years.
He also uses drugs on himself and on Larissa as part of their love-making. It's destroying her mind. She veers from suicidal depression to wild mania. If something is not done soon, she will be lost in madness forever, all for the sake of an old man's lust. There must be something that can cure her. Some miracle drug that can undo the damage Brock has caused with his toxins. I can tell by the cut of your clothes that you are not wealthy. If you could discover something that would cure Larissa's madness and return with it, I would pay you a large sum of money.
This guy lost a lot of money. I wonder where the source of income might come from. First from Larissa, that he can scheme off.
Maybe if I cure her, she'll leave the poisonous old snake and the two of us can leave this filthy city.
Well, he's trying to plan to leave the city with her and leave this old coot behind. Yeah, they're accusing each other of ruining the woman's lives, and I don't think there's any solution that is actually good for her. The only solution might be join our party. Maybe I look into getting her a cure or something. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. What's the cure though? I mean, I cannot really just go on from the mere fact that these guys need help. I need to have more detail about her condition and what I can do to do anything about it. Have an eye out for. Yeah, I don't really know if I have the stuff right now to give to her. That's surely is for certain. Alright, the bloodlust is slowly rising. Yeah, her problem is some mania. Maybe I can talk to these guys to just make nice. Probably going to be the solution to the problem. Best course of action.
Do you not take my offer seriously? Do you think I lack the means to pay you? Bring Larissa the means to cure herself of her illness, and I will reward you.
Don't waste time here. Find something that will restore Larissa's sanity. I guarantee a 5-figure return for your effort.
Yeah, I need to find something. I don't think I have anything in the inventory though. Although I can check. I can certainly check. Yeah, okay. Thermofilament, power cells. Linda's half amulet I can not wear. Okay. Bottle of blood. I think I have 3 left. Okay. Yeah, dirt. I wonder what that is used for. Wait a second, I have this dirt, Larissa. Maybe you can put it on your face and they'll abandon you for being too ugly. Or something. Do I have a 9mm pistol that I can give to... a mission pistol? I wonder if Helen Donaldson is able to use it. Laser pistol, yeah. Praxis 2300. If I have Praxis 3000, then I might be able to recruit Hakeem Maksudi. Right, stopper, stun rifle. I don't need any stun rifle. First, you gotta stun the guy first in battle, and then Ransom is able to feed on the guy. Laser gun, no, I don't have any pistol. Alright, so we are on to the next room. Walk, Ransom, walk. Alright. Maybe I should save. Alright, 2 characters. Oh my goodness, what is this?
Bring me the blood-synthesizing nano-tech, fool. The longer I am forced to hunt the streets, the greater my danger of being killed.
Oh, okay, so this guy, yeah. Oh, I didn't talk to this lady though, who was with Bertrand? His name is Bertrand. But you gotta do something about the reporter that is in the ballroom or something. Probably need to get rid of her. Extremely frightened man begs you for his life. Oh my goodness, what is his problem? Let's try to talk to him.
Oh, don't kill me! Don't kill me, I beg you! I beg you not to kill me!
Okay. Talk to him second time and see what's up. If he wants to...
Oh, don't kill me! Don't kill me, I beg you! I beg you not to kill me!
I don't know what's wrong with him. Anyway, I think that might contribute to my Bloodlust rising, so I will not try to force the issue further. Maybe he's going to go up to the deep end if I do not just quickly walk away. Yeah, so he's a doctor for some reason. I guess he's really scared because of the presence of Bertrand. Kind of sounds like Banks Burbatim, the guy who was caught in the TransTech data cage. Friends of Zeus. Okay, so that is it for Hellfire Club. I need to talk to this guy though, I think.
Evening, sir.
Renfield.
Can I get you anything from the bar? Hey, wait a minute. Oh, wow. You really truly are the real thing, aren't you? This is great.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't fool me, sir. Yeah, I've waited on this bunch of foolish wannabe vampire actors, but I know the real thing when I see it. That isn't makeup, is it? Oh, wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting for this.
Hey, calm down, alright? Can't you keep it quiet?
Okay, I'll keep my voice down, if you want me to. But that doesn't mean I'm not the happiest guy in the world.
What's it going to take to shut you up?
Take me with you. Whatever it is you do, let me go along. Let me hang around. I'm real good at vampire things. I know all about what you guys can and can't do. All those rules.
Oh, he's a
I'll
vampire
look out
too,
for
huh?
you. I've worked for a vampire before, and I was real good at it.
Then what are you doing here serving drinks?
Well, he wanted to move to the Midwest. Said he liked the taste of a wholesome corn-fed farm girl's blood better than some filthy whore off the street.
Corn-fed farm
and I'll
girl's
give him that
blood.
much.
Maybe it
But
has
I
to do with
couldn't leave New
how
York.
we
God, I love it
have
here.
corn syrup in almost everything. It's sweeter.
crowds,
The blood is sweeter.
Rats. Come on.
The rats.
Will you at least think about using me? I'm a storehouse of information about the undead. I work for nothing. You won't have to feed me. I find my own meals.
Maybe he can feed on the
I'll
rats.
even do your shirts. What do you say, huh? Please?
No, no,
Crazy.
sir.
You'll never find a more willing servant to kick around. But maybe you'll change your mind. Go ahead, think it over.
Yeah. I almost accidentally pressed escape, then means that I accepted his being in our party, and I don't know what to think of another vampire in our party. He says that he can take care of his own meals, but I sincerely doubt that. Maybe he's gonna just keep egging me on to find someone to feed, even my own party members, and it's going to be the end of the game. Yeah. So Renfield is so one of the more important characters I forgot to talk to in the last episode. Renfield. Yeah, all these names, my goodness. I wish I could organize names at least based on location. I'll have something called, yeah, I don't know how many pages this is, but substantial now. And if you talk to more than once with these guys and then they have a different separate dialogue, the names get recorded again, and at least that is a bit convenient because you know like what character is actually important or not. Alright, certainly will take time to think it over. I want to try one more thing if I go out of the club. Just trying to see if I have the... Yeah, because I do remember having obtained the medical kit or something. Try something. Bottle of blood, okay. Avery has one, so I need to know about that. Pharmaceutical kit, yeah. Are necessary to create smart drugs from components. Okay. Components, so I need to have components to create anything, so I don't think it's gonna help with Larissa's problem. Okay, so I'm done with Hellfire Club. At least I was able to reset my blood meter. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this Plaza Hotel, St. Pictures Cathedral. Okay, yeah, McAllister is in the club. What is going on? Oh.
The last Grand Palace in New York City. Look at this place, will you?
Kyle,
Good evening, sir. Do you have proof of membership or an invitation? Welcome to the Hellfire Club, sir.
Okay, so
Enjoy your
if I go back, then it resets to the beginning where there's a check in the game to see whether you have the invitation card or else you'll be kicked out. And Avery has something to say, so every time you visit a place, a different character pops up. It's not always Lash. I don't know anybody. There must be some location that I'll be able to travel to. Lux Rider, Strawberry Fields. Okay, so where to next? Where to next? I'm at 51st Street. I can go back. No, I don't think I can go back to Abyss anymore. I can go to Kafka Conspiracy to see what it's about. I can go to hospital to... I don't know whether it's not going to be a waste of time, but I can probably search for Larissa's Cure. Wall Street, Autonomy Dogs, yeah, I need to visit there as well. Defense technicals. Anybody, any place that I can visit north? Venus's Munition Emporium for weapons? Okay. Haven't been in a battle yet, so cannot really tell. Ludwig Sansen's lab, cyber surgery group, Doom Pilot. Okay, that is a pretty good location to visit because I can go through the entire list of locations at same destination. So that's an option. And far off into the distance, Cloisters and Electric Anarchy. Yeah, another important place to visit. So where to though? Samson's lab. I mean, this lab has been mentioned in Deirdre Tackett's journal, so maybe it's a pretty good lead, and maybe I should visit there before I visit anywhere else. And I do have the cyber surgery group that kind of maybe related to what Bertrand was saying with the nanotechnology, so I'm not so sure, but yeah, let's go there. Let's go to Ludwig Sansen's lab. I wonder what his deal is, but here is Ludwig. Let's try to talk to him. Younger and stronger than you expected. Okay, search. Oh, it does not let you search the area. Okay, so he basically knows. Flashes covert glances around the room.
Dr. Sampson? You're Ludwig Sampson? Deirdre Tackett's in trouble. I know you've worked with her against the vampires.
Get back. You have the mark of evil about you. You are vampire.
Yeah.
If you've come to kill me, you will find me prepared as hellspawn.
I'm not here to kill you, Dr. Sampson. I need your help. I'm a victim of the evil you fight.
So, you're a vampire with a conscience, eh? You want to undo your fate? Turn your head to the right. Push your hair aside. Yes, I see. You have a neural implant.
I have Hopkins-Bree syndrome. The implant's a reality filter of some type. I can't pretend I understand how it works.
But it may be all that gives you any hope of redemption.
You can cure me? Restore my humanity?
A cure is not impossible, but it is difficult, near unattainable.
Alright.
But you'll help me.
Very little I can do. But if Deirdre's life is at stake, I must try. I maintain a well at the address Zarathustra. My computer has a C-space port, and I can let you use this deck if you need it. It is rather crude, I'm afraid, but it should suffice.
And I got a Praxis
too. You can deck from here. It's safe. I have studied the issue closely. I am convinced that vampirism can be reversed.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wiped clear from a human body and mind non-lethally, but only under very specific circumstances. Even then, you understand, this is all theoretical. Still, in this well is a text file that summarizes the essential information, the steps you must take to become human again. You are welcome to that copy of the file should you desire it.
And I got a Praxis too. Free computer, folks. I mean, this guy is really generous, although the start of our encounter really didn't start out that way. So that's it for Mr. Sampson.
I have told you how you might cure yourself, Stark. Go to the cyberspace address Zarathustra. You may use my computer. It is all I can do for you.
Okay, all I can do for you. Sure thing, Mr. Sampson. Maybe I should visit this guy a lot earlier. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, Zarathustra is the... seems like Ransom's humanity went down a bit further for some reason. No, it stays at 99%. Okay. Okay, so should I go into Dr. Sampson's well, or should I travel elsewhere first? Maybe I should go to Doom Pilot first. Yeah. Alright, so we have... You breathe deep and clutch your weapons tight. Uh-oh. So these guys are bad news, huh? 5 people, I don't know if I can take them all. leader. Scream wipe. So they know that you're here. Can't really jump on them. Scowls. This is config. Old friend. So now all of them are going to be hostile at least. Alright, so some of them are glad to see me, some of them are kind of not really welcome. Alright, so let's try to talk to this leader guy.
Remember me, Stive?
Stive.
Should I?
Ransom Stark. I hired you and a few other Doom pilots a couple of years ago to help me crack a DuPont stack. You were good. Let us out of TransTech sea space. Hell, I still don't have a clue how to do that.
Yeah, I remember you. We carried your butt on that one. We don't contract anymore, so if you're talent hunting, try the Flux Riders. Those little losers still whore themselves.
You want me to believe the Doom pilots don't slip the net anymore?
Didn't say that, did I? Said we don't hire out. Hypocritical? We ran about information freedom.
They don't care about the contracts.
Then we
they
handed
don't
over
sell
the
out.
big wallets. Now we're living what we talk.
Tried and true.
Even
hackers.
negotiating with the Kafka conspiracy about.
Oh, Kafka conspiracy is a similar
My
group.
loss then, Stive. You're the best.
Freedom fighter now, Stark.
Freedom fighter? Okay. Alright, so this guy is not really willing to negotiate or help or anything. Don't want anything to do with Stark? Former compatriot of sorts.
Now you I know. Remember? We cracked the Citibank virtual commodities portfolio and downloaded the entire D-base into a Bank of Beirut cluster. Afterwards, we spent 3 days celebrating at the Club Med Orbital.
Yeah, I remember. I hope you're not here trying to relive old glories.
I wish. Its present nightmares keep me moving these days. Handling some dangerous scenarios. May involve the company.
May? Company's not usually very subtle about its presence.
No, but some of its individuals are. Problem is, you can't always tell how deep TransTech has their hooks into somebody.
Find out. You got a deck. Use it. TransTech External Security maintains a cluster loaded with records on half the people in the city. Doom pilots are out of the business. But there are other decks for sale if you want to melt security's ice. The address for their cluster is TT Heat.
Huh, okay.
Thanks.
THE.
You didn't have to do that.
That's TransTech Heat.
One for pleasant memories. Don't be reckless. Net's thick with cages, and security isn't just clipping wings. Streets buzzing about summary executions, about the company leaving angels to rot in cages.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happened to Max Burberton.
Never warm enough to be stripping cloaks. TransTech headquarters is still the best place for latest hardware, but you either need a mole inside or an army to invade the place.
Big building. Easy to get lost in. Others have done it.
Yeah, and a lot more others have gotten shot apart in there. Must be some action for you to be considering a run on the headquarters.
Yeah, they're pointing to the headquarter invasion in order to get anything out of TransTech. Not only do I have the essence printed into the TransTech security, but I also have the badge right from the Star Chamber exec. Yeah, I think Screamlight gave us the address to the space where I can come into contact with a lot of backers. And there, maybe I can pay virtual bucks to help save like Max Burberton and those kind of guys. Because she mentioned something about data cages and melting the ice, so maybe I try that. Yeah, there's a possibility, but maybe I'm just imagining things. It's nice to see Ransom's friend kind of, giving him support without any conditions, giving out free stuff. Okie doke. Ghostwalker. Yeah, Scowling guy. Let's search first. Finds nothing. Okay.
What I'm hearing true? Pilots not freejacking anymore?
Yeah, you heard that.
Guess I'm out of luck.
Who you humping for? Probably undercover for TransTech. Maybe hiring out to some penthouse wallet who wants to lay his eyes on restricted data.
Telling me a Doom pilot has problems with that?
I got a problem with the company making a fortune fencing off cyberspace and the fact that only people who can afford a deck jockey get access that everyone deserves.
Yeah, information freedom. That's what the guys in the cafe over there were talking about.
Not like I
You
haven't
fit right
melted
in
ice
there.
before.
If you're gonna do it, try it with a little vasopressin or xyloblossom in you. It gives you a more seamless mind-sea space interface. Movements become more intuitive. Dealer named Madame Mescal deals with stuff. You can find her at 91st and Broadway. Mention my name if you have to.
Madame Mescal has everything. 96th Street and Broadway. It increases your mental abilities or acuities in order to deal with cyberspace. Alright, so you can deal some drugs from Madame Mescal. Sure, I don't think I'll do that. Unless I'm in a really desperate situation. Alright, sysconfig. So this is a name that is in the contract option or menu from the very beginning, so...
Stark, how have you been? It's been a while. Looks like you've been surfing the edge but got too close to the blade, my friend. You look like hell. You know, there's talk you got your hands on Incubus. I always knew you were a guy who had everything. This confirms it.
Ah, come on.
Seriously, I'd like to help out. I know you've got to finance this little endeavor of yours. I just hit the motherlode. Got the cyberspace address of the Bank of New York.
Bank of New
Why
York.
shouldn't I let an old friend have the privilege of going in and giving himself a little advance now and again, right? But I do need one thing. I need a level 4 cloaking chip.
Level 4
I've been
cloaking
dangerously
chip.
close to getting caught in the net lately. I'm onto something big. I don't want to lose it. Can we help each other out?
Oh yeah, sure.
Great.
Anything for
As soon as you get
the
your
sister.
hands on a level 4 cloaking chip, the code's yours. Hey, I know we're friends, Stark, but in this biz, you gotta look out for yourself.
I mean, I could use the cloaking chip itself, but since I have the patch cord and can use reminisce services, it definitely can do away with any kind of cloaking or cyberspace related stuff. Alright, finally, let's talk to this guy on the friendly face.
Stark, good to see you again.
Hello, Graham.
We were just talking about you yesterday.
Nice pun.
Listen, you'd be wise to stay low. Word on the street is that you got someone big after you. Damn shame about what happened to you. I'd talk to sysconfig if I were you.
Okay.
She may be able to help you out.
Okay, doc. So that was it for Doom Pilots. Gain some information, valuable information. So interesting lead. Sysconfig and Screamlight did give us some nice information about how to get to TransTechnicals or advance the quest. Yeah, really don't need to use weapons unless you want to, cause trouble and on a quest to clear the Doom Pilot at the behest of the rival Necker group or gang. Anywho, yeah, so yeah, it was a pretty safe encounter. So what to do next? Can I deck here? Nope, I need to have a support, which I can find in the Mr. Samson's lab. Yeah, but I think I need to go to cyber surgery group first. Okay, so only one person to talk to. Maybe I just talk to this guy and then end the episode. The doctor appears competent, the operating room clean. You suppose this is as good a place as any to have cybernetic limb attached should the need arise. Okay, so this is where you attach the limbs. Interesting stuff. Can you search for something? Search. Nothing. Oh, okay. Maybe his searching prowess is going down a bit. Alright, so pretty quiet place. Once again, I guess, yeah, this guy doesn't want to be disturbed when he's performing surgery. Very delicate surgery.
You here to get a cybergenetic limb attached? Cut rates.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the wrestler himself. Oh, I don't have any cybergenetic part. Okay. Well, that's it. I think this place is just for for you to get like cyber limbs attached to your body to increase the skills or something. Maybe mind implants. So yeah. Cyber surgery group. I was thinking to ask him about the nanotechnology to give to Bertrand, but obviously it's not that simple.
You here to get a cybergenetic limb attached? Cut rates. Then get out. I got real customers coming in.
Yeah, real customers are coming to come in, so I show myself out. And next time, I think I go back to Samson's lab and plug into C-Space and go to some of the places that were mentioned here, find the deckers willing to work, and to see what their deal is. Also, yeah, go to some other place. I don't know where I should have gone. I kind of feel directionless, but I need to go to, the place where Samson mentioned and find the text file with the instructions to cure vampirism. I guess that's going to have a list of garlic and cross hour of sunlight or something. Yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it now without any kind of noise blaring at me. And the next time, we'll, just go ahead and plug into C-Space, see what we can go from there. So once again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, please stay tuned.